Welcome to another Sit Down with Spirit. I'm Rita G. And tonight we are talking to Mother Earth. And we are talking about how she would like us to connect to her more. Because we are in need of grounding and feeling connected to our bodies, especially with everything that's going on. So we're going to discuss how to do that and give you some little tidbits on how to become more involved with helping her heal. Okay, great. Let's do this. How are we this last week? How is everyone?
Well, I'm glad to be here. I'm sorry I missed. Mondays are a little tough to get here. But my whole week since Friday has been technological computer related problems.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Is anybody experiencing like communication issues with people, or experiencing like people that have, been in your life forever, and then all of a sudden you feel like what just happened? Like they either fell off the face of the earth, or you're having like problems. Like it could be even a small thing, but all of a sudden it's blown out of proportion. I've just been seeing a lot of this in the last couple of weeks, and I didn't know if you guys were experiencing this.
I experienced that like within the last 5 years already. But what I've been experiencing this week, well, this week it's only Monday, but it's been like a couple days. Like I'm experiencing things like the cashier's not giving me the receipt. The person who's supposed to schedule the appointment's not getting the message and not scheduling the appointment. They're sending me invoice emails for something that's already paid, and then telling me that my balance is this much when it's really only this much, and they're telling me I have more money in my account than I have. It's weird stuff like that.
Yeah. There's this whole communication glitch. And it has to do with the planets and the alignment and all of that. But I just want to say, if anybody's feeling like uneasiness, or like I was feeling like almost like I wanted to look over my shoulder, like something was coming, and a lot of things happened like around the world. I want to say like big stuff was happening, whether it be I don't know if you guys saw that stadium that collapsed. See that stadium that collapsed with all those people in it?
No. Oh yeah.
Yeah. So these, like, I'm just feeling like that's what it is, really. I couldn't explain it, but it's feeling like the energy is just building and building, almost like when you're blowing up a balloon and it's going to pop at some point. But that's what it feels like, this building of energy. And I was saying to Spirit, like, what do we need to do? Like because each day I feel like runs into the next. And I'm always a day ahead in my head. So usually Monday is Tuesday for me, and so on and so forth as the day keeps going. So when Thursday comes, I'm like, fuck, I thought it was Friday already. So is anybody experiencing that where time is like, almost you're losing time?
Everything is speeding up faster and faster, at the point where I can't even finish reading something. And all of the systems are coming down, and you can not just feel it, you can see it. Things breaking apart,
Yeah.
The media, the conventional media, people are leaving newspapers and TV and developing their own, because they can't tell the truth in the institution that they're working for. So they're leaving, and everything is fragmenting and splintering, but they have to leave because otherwise you're trapped in this pathological lying that's going on,
Well, we are at the brink of all of that, of the breaking down and systems that's happening. I just felt it for some reason this week, and I called my friend who's an astrologer, and she's like, "Oh yeah, it's because of this planet." I couldn't tell you what it was, because they tell you all these things: this house, that house, this planet.
Mhm.
I understand it when she's telling me, but after that, I can't. I can't
Yeah.
see it. But
That
anyway,
whole,
go ahead.
that whole week of the pink moon and all that,
Yeah,
I didn't sleep. I just could not sleep. It
yeah,
was
yeah,
chronically bad. And I was just, after the fact, when it suddenly lifted and I was okay, at least went back to, getting 5 hours at a time.
yeah,
That whole week, it just occurred to me that all of the planetary things and the pink moon and all that stuff that was going on was probably the result of it. But I've often felt like the time thing is completely warped now.
yeah.
I walked into my dentist's office last week. I was 4 months early. I was like,
Oh,
I wasn't supposed to be there because I've had to
that's funny.
schedule, and she said to me, "Oh, you're not the only one that's done that today." And
Yeah, yeah.
it was just weird. But
It's funny because the dentist did. Thank God I called him, because I didn't get the phone call to come.
I didn't either, and I didn't question it.
Yeah, yeah. I did. I called him like, I have an appointment at 2:30 today. I just wanted to confirm it. And she's like, "Well, we don't have you on the thing."
Right. Well, I
So
should have done that, but I wasn't listening to my inner self.
yeah,
Well, the
So-
bringers of the dawn, I wanted to ask you this.
yeah,
As I'm trying to get through that, and it's a slog, it's just like it's so intense. So I just
Mhm.
take a little bit of it and then I have to go, okay, that's another time. But it's talking about the fact that we have to deal with our emotions.
Yes,
It keeps saying, the emotions, and I was thinking, okay, but now I'm beginning to get some more perspective on that.
mm-hmm,
The emotions have been so intense, so very
mm-hmm,
intense, not just within myself and what I'm feeling like a roller coaster at times, but all people like, family members and people that are just like blowing off all of
yeah.
a sudden. It seems like the emotions are completely much more intense now.
It's the truth. I mean, you know, um, I want to say that everybody that has booked a reading, just in this last month of April, the intensity of them during the reading, and even if it's something that doesn't, I'm listening, I'm going, wow, it didn't really need to provoke that kind of intensity, but it did in them, it's like and and I can feel it through the screen, and I'm like, okay, it's all about perception, it really is all about perception. And so the feelings, the feelings is what, and the emotions is what connects you to the knowing of things here. And that's why they're telling you need to connect to them. Because as we move through and things start to, and as they are shifting and changing so rapidly, you need to know what the truth is. You need to have that knowing, that feeling, that gut instinct of the truth and not the truth.
I just think I underestimated it.
Yeah. Oh, I get it. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Take it for somebody that's been feeling her whole life.
Yeah.
I mean, so, um, even then, I sometimes like, oh, I just don't want to feel anymore, but it's so important to stay in touch with that.
I'm laughing because of something that happened today when I just blurted out to this near stranger something, my emotions about certain things because of all this weirdness that's been going on since Friday when my modem died. Then my computer got jacked up, and then I had to bring it to them, and they couldn't get it done. And then they kept it for the weekend, so it was without any computer, which is fine by me.
Right.
Get up this morning, and I'm like, okay, I'm coming to get it. And they're like, well, we're just starting on it now.
Oh my God.
I'm freaking out. I'm freaking out because I've got this ridiculous work ethic and I'm supposed to be working. And I'm just like, oh my God. So I get off the phone and I'm just like freaking out. Then I thought, what is wrong with you, Pat? This is just way beyond just get a grip. So then I went and I meditated for about an hour and I chilled out. And then I just decided you can't do anything about this. Just do what you want to do right now. Like it's not a work day. Like you don't have to work. And I
Right.
did that, but when I went to pick up the computer, I said to this poor unsuspecting computer guy, he went to bring it to my car, and I said, this has been a real learning curve. This whole weekend being without this computer, I said, this has really taught me how stressed out I am and what I need to do about it. And it's about time I got a grip. And I told him, I said, and I don't want to work, but I have to work. And I don't want the freaking computer, but I have to have the computer to work. So I don't have any choice. It's a total conflict. And that's what I was feeling pretty much today when I first talked with him. But I was like, I'm fine now. And I was just sharing that. He's like, okay, he was the sweetest guy.
Yeah, and but that was just confirmation that,
Yeah.
you know, they actually showed you exactly what you needed. And
Yeah.
although you were so twisted up about it, in the end you were like, okay, get a grip.
Right.
No, as long as we're not judging ourselves, Spirit says it's, move through the emotion, just don't judge it,
Right.
you know? So when I was talking to them this week about this, they were saying about Mother Earth, and they were saying it's time, or it has been time, that we connect to her on a deep level to shift our frequency. As we shift ours, it shifts hers. They described her as a sentient being. She feels everything, right? She's here to take care of us, and she's here to take care of the animals and the rest of this earth. But what about us taking care of her? Does anybody think about or connect to her to help her? What do you guys do to connect to Mother Earth and help her heal? Because she's feeling very dishonored, unloved, deprived of her integrity. Like they brought me, I'm Pat, they take me sometimes to the book to show me things to put in to tell you guys. And this struck me like to the core. It was like, how would you feel if someone poured pesticides all over your body? Right? Because they're describing her as a sentient being that she can feel, that she has all this loving energy to give, but we just keep polluting her. Right?
I hate to sound like I'm like a broken record lately, but I keep saying it's a complete desecration of the matriarchy on every level that's going on. I mean,
Right.
The whole political situation, it's like it's almost a farce. It's so horrible.
Yeah.
And I have never done this, but I've been fascinated by people who, with very serious guidance, do ayahuasca and come out of that with not a belief, but like a knowing that trees are sentient, everything is sentient,
Yes.
And I think you can get there without the drugs, and I would like to be able to do that, not the drugs, well, whatever it is,
Right.
Herbs.
Yeah.
All them herbs.
Mushrooms.
Yeah, no, I that's sort of something that, along with that book and other things that I've been working with sound and vibration and tuning forks and things like that. When you talk about vibration and raising your vibration, you have to include the planet. Native Americans have become more of a voice these days because they are fighting for the planet, which has always been part and parcel of their culture.
Yeah.
I'm sort of trying to do just the small things. I went out for a walk and was going through some trees and woods and that. And there was one that somebody had carved on, and I just stood for a minute and put my hands on it and said, I'm sorry. I hope you're healing, It's just that connection of trying to be as grounded as possible and absorbing that vibration.
Yeah. So there's an example, and perfect, Pat, that you brought this up, because they want to remind you that of all the gifts in this world that you could acquire, there's nothing more valuable than Mother Earth and your body.
Mhm.
Period. End of story. Right? So knowing that you value, everybody does what they want to do for their body. Who's, you know, getting who's doing weight loss, who's doing maybe something with their face, who's doing this, who's that. They take care of their body, but she is the body of
Mhm.
this earth, right?
Mhm.
And so it's interesting that you brought up the Native Americans, because they say when you chant or drum, or have you ever been to a sweat lodge, like something like that? That is like, that's where Mother Earth teaches you how to connect to her and heal.
Mhm.
The minute you go outside and you were to play a drumming thing, or you would do the crystal bowls or whatever, your body is connected to ritual. It likes ritual. That's why it's so important to understand the Native Americans.
Mhm.
When you perform rituals, your body remembers who you are.
Mhm.
You've done it in multiple lifetimes.
Mhm.
So they're saying that this is a great way. Now, you know, you can also put on songs that you love and dance around the earth, and because the joy of you will seep into her. And if someone was, this is another example, if someone were to think about cutting down one of their trees, especially if it wasn't dead, right?
Mm.
Mother Earth would implore you to, like, stand there, whoever lives in the house, stand there, put your hands on her and say a prayer and ask if it's okay. They said anything you do in love, if you connect to her, anything you do in love is okay. It's the same thing as when you pray over your food or the animal that you're eating.
Mhm.
You're asking, you're thanking it, and you're asking it to
Mhm.
nourish you. And that's exactly what it's going to do, because you gave it respect,
Mhm.
right? So I want to know, what do you guys, how do you guys respect Mother Earth? What do you do to respect her?
Well, I
So-
mean, simple things, right? I mean, I've been using environmentally friendly cleaning products for 40 years. So,
Okay,
that was a start.
great.
That was the obvious first thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
After that, it was okay, if I'm going to plant something, it's going to be in organic soil, or it's going to be in soil that's going to contribute. I'm not going to use pesticides. I'm not going to use anything,
Right.
that's going to harm the earth. Same with water or chemicals. Don't dump things. I mean, those are the obvious first steps, right?
Yeah. I mean, for some, it's not obvious.
Yeah.
I see it all the time, like, littering or this or that, like things that, people they're just not thinking. They're too caught up in their own shit. They don't even,
Yeah.
they don't even look at a tree and think, oh, maybe I should connect to it, or maybe I should talk to my flowers, or my mom's thumb was so green. I think she had 10 green fingers, because her plants thrived, and that she had a million of them. And I
Yeah.
know why, because she would diligently water them, take care of them, talk to them. She'd play music in the area that they were.
Mhm.
They just enjoyed,
Mhm.
what she was enjoying.
Mhm.
So here's the thing, and you're going to see this now, and you have seen it happening already. When Mother Earth can't handle anymore, what happens? A natural disaster, right?
Mhm.
That's just a wake-up call
Mhm.
for all of us. So
Mhm.
whether it be a hurricane, a tornado, an earthquake, a tsunami, whatever it is, doesn't really matter what it is. Whatever it is, it's going to cleanse, because
Mhm.
it has to. If we're not going to do the work here, she has to cleanse herself,
Mhm.
right? But what that does is, because you think, why do we have to have disasters like that? The one thing it does is it opens up people's minds and says, we need to change something. And it bonds people because everybody comes together then to help, right? And so she knows how to bring people together when things aren't working the way they should. But why do we have to get to that point? That's the question. So yes, recyclables. There will be people that say, what are you recycling for? Only 20% of it gets recycled. I really don't give a shit how much gets recycled because I'm going to do it anyway. 20% is 20%. Until we
Yeah.
can find another way to recycle all of it. So I guess what Spirit is saying is, at this moment, in this time, we really need to create harmony with her. So whatever you're doing, okay, and this is just a for instance. I had 2 of my mother's plants here. I killed the rest, unfortunately, but I had 2 left, and they were growing. And it just got too big for the area. And a friend of mine loves to take care of those kinds of things. So I said to her, would you mind taking them and, you know, taking care of them, replanting them or whatever? And she was so happy. And I thought, oh my God, the plants will be saved, you know, and I thanked them for being here and helping and all that. And they went to another home. So what, oh, hold on, they're talking to me. Okay. So what they're saying is, if you don't, like, they're tired of hearing people go, well, what can I do? I'm one person. It's real simple. Go outside, pick up a rock, hold a tree, talk to it, talk to the grass. I don't care how you do it. Talk to the birds. It's just about connecting. You don't have to do a grandstand to anything. It's not about that. The earth feels everything. And so if you just honor it, she will honor you. Okay? Does that make sense? Yeah. Okay, so she will respond. And they're saying, if you ask, if you talk to her and you ask, she will respond with love, and anything that could be used when you do things with love. So anything could be done as long as the intention is love, right? Okay, so she's not just sustaining us, she's sustaining all the animals as well. But they know how to connect to her. They know how to love her. Okay, so any other thoughts on that? And anybody want to share what they do to connect to her?
I garden, so I'm trying now to grow flowers in the summer that attract bees and butterflies, because I love both of them, you know.
Excellent.
That's sort of my contribution to, you know,
Yeah.
feeding the planet.
So it's a good thing that the bees that you brought them up, because there's, you know, people normally see a bee and they want to kill it because they're afraid, right? But they're the pollinators. We need them, you know, so we have to figure out a way to, oh, okay. All right. They just reminded me of something. I don't know if I gave you this book, but there is this woman, Michelle Wright, and she's got the book Behaving as If the God in All Life Mattered. Behave, you know that?
Yeah, it's an older one.
It's an older one, right? But this, I've been to her farm in Virginia. Fabulous. When I tell you fabulous, but she teaches you through her books and through her, I think it's called Perelandra, her farm, if I'm not mistaken. Anyway, she teaches you how to connect to Mother Earth, how to connect to it in your home, outside. She's phenomenal, this woman. She's really, really has done a lot of great work around this. So I urge you to like read her stuff.
Michelle Wright, her name is?
Michelle Wright, yeah.
Okay.
Wright, I believe.
Uh-huh.
I mean, the other thing, you know, we can do limited things within our own small sphere, but the one thing that I have done or tried to do consistently is contribute to
Yeah.
places, Greenpeace or to the national parks, you know,
Right.
to places that are trying, I mean, especially the national parks these days,
Right.
because of what's happening with our national parks and everybody that was working there. But the interconnectedness of everything, and you know, that's what people don't understand, are ignorant of in a lot of ways.
Yes. They look at it as separate, but it is not.
Yeah, they completely, you know, Native Americans know that, you know, if we have a lake dry up, then the foods that were in that lake and the, you know, the things that were in that lake that were sustaining other forms of life are gone, and that those forms of life are, you know, and so the chain continues. It's a dead end, literally.
I find it interesting. I was reading and I was listening to them, and they were talking about the animals and how those animals that are not here any longer are not gone. They're just in a different dimension now.
Mm.
And they're being utilized in a different way. So there's nothing like they talk about animals being extinct, but they're on another level. And so I found that very interesting.
Mm.
That would be possible. But when I think of it, if we're able to at some point move into the fourth dimension,
Mm.
well, animals can move into that dimension,
Yeah.
right? It's going to be a new earth. You're going to choose where you want your energy. And they always say this earth plane is full of potential and probabilities. There is no one reality. And that's the thing that people are having a hard time grasping. There's not one reality. Your thoughts create your reality. So with your thoughts, you can change whatever world you occupy, right?
So I have a question about what, you know, all these wonderful people who are doing everything to save the planet and to, you know, warn against, you know, violating it with, you know, drilling and all that. And the scientists are all saying, you know, we only have this much time left before things are irreversible. And it keeps moving closer and closer. And it seems like we're not doing enough. We're not. And so what does that mean for us? You know what I mean? Like, so does it reach the point? In other words, we will all be affected by this in the same way? What does that mean in terms of
No, we
being
will
into the
not
fourth
all be affected in the same way because when you move your energy to a higher frequency in a different dimension, you are not in that dimension any longer.
But you're still here on Earth,
Yeah, but it will be
to Earth.
right.
Yeah.
There will
That's
be.
hard to understand, isn't it?
Oh my God. I mean, blow me away with that one.
Yeah.
Right? To conceive of it, because we're thinking of it as physical,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
And really it's just energy.
Yeah.
So your thoughts create your reality.
Yeah.
Where you put your energy, where you put your thoughts, your energy goes, and that's what you create, right?
Yeah.
So I wouldn't get caught up, especially if you're more left-brained. I won't get caught up in, wait, how's that going to look? You'll have the knowing and you'll be in that energy.
Yeah.
And it will feel, oh, okay, this is what it is. It's not going to feel, because they understand what it takes to upgrade each of us here.
Mm-hmm.
And so they're not going to give you too much that you can't handle.
Mm-hmm.
You only get what you can handle. And they know what it is for each and every one of us.
Mm-hmm.
How many of us are here? 8 billion, whatever it is.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Each one they know. Okay. So the mantra for today is, I am in the right place at the right time doing the right thing. I'll say it for the next week.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in the right place at the right time doing the right thing.
Mm-hmm.
That's the mantra for the week. Because they're saying when you open yourself up to that you know you're in the right place, the right time, doing the right thing, you open up to their guidance. You put your trust in them and they will show you. And so they're saying this week, if you could be so kind as to connect to Mother Earth in a way maybe that you haven't even before, whatever that is, do it. And if there's somebody that'll listen to you, ask them to do it as well. It's just really important to, she needs to know she's cared for. Just like you care for your animals and yourself, she needs to know it. Now, you're asking, well, what would happen? We're getting so close. What if, right, she's going to cleanse. She will go to the first place she'll go to is the place that needs to be cleansed the most, wherever that is. That's usually how it works. And then it'll take on another form, and it depends on how big it is and how many people and all of that. But it's the cycle that'll happen if we don't continue to help her and honor her. It's inevitable. There's only so much she can handle.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And it's, yes, Lynn, I'm sorry. Did you want to ask something?
Yes. So I had a couple questions, comments. So last week was Earth Day.
Oh, perfect. And this is why they gave me this today.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know that.
So April 22nd is Earth Day. And I do think, my impression at least, is that there are more and more innovations to come up with better ways of doing things. So for example, one of my friends went to Governor's Island and they worked with restaurants who took the oyster shells, and there were like, incredible amounts of oyster shells that they cleaned, and they went through a whole process in cleaning the oyster shells to put them back in the ocean to clean the ocean. And so that's like a beautiful thing. And I am not doing it justice, but the amount of detail that went into cleaning these oyster shells and then putting them back in the ocean was remarkable.
Wow.
So I work for Hanes, and Hanes has a site called hbisustains.com. And so they do a lot of innovative things to try to improve the environment. And one of the things, there's a plant in Honduras that they work with that actually the water comes out cleaner than it goes in. So I guess my point and or question in this is that I do think that there are more and more creative and innovative ways that people are coming about to help Mother Earth. And I don't know if it's just not talked about enough, or
Oh yeah, they don't talk about it. You never see this on the news or anything.
Right.
But absolutely, and I agree with you 100% because I've seen it. But go ahead, I'm sorry, you were going to ask.
Yeah, no, so I was just curious because there's a part of me, and again, I'm not that exposed to it, but when I hear some of these things, and I feel like if I did take the time to do more digging, there would probably be a lot more out there. So is it also an education thing, or is it, I feel like we're also struggling in the world right now with humanity, period.
Yes.
On top of Mother Earth. So it's like a multifaceted issue. So yeah, I mean, it's just, I guess it's compounded. So I don't know that I totally have a question. It's a little overwhelming, I guess, is more
It's very overwhelming, but it's twofold here, because what they're saying is that she will respond to you regardless of what anybody else is doing. If you love her, she will love you back and help sustain you, right? And right now, this is what we need. We need to be grounded. We need to be connected to her. We need that kind of support. So if we support her, she supports us. It's a two-way street, just like anything else, right? So that's why they're really bringing I want to say, bringing the point home and saying, listen, don't wait for somebody else to fix it.
Mhm.
Do whatever you can on a daily basis to connect to her, because she feels it, she knows it, she will then support you, she will ground you, she will help protect you, she will feed you, your body, okay, let's just say you every day, right? You're eating and you're thanking Mother Earth for that food. If it's lettuce, if it's carrots, if it's whatever the frig it is, right?
Mhm.
It's that food, once you thank her, is going into your body and nurturing you, as opposed to somebody that's gluttonous, just eating to eat, but not really paying attention. That's going into their body a completely different way.
Mm.
Do you understand?
Mhm.
So that's why it's so important, because you have to, in order to get through what we're going through right now, you have to sustain your physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual body. We're talking more about the emotional and physical body at the moment, because it is emotional with when we connect to her, and it's our body that she's helping to sustain our energy, because she's grounding us in all of that. And it's funny, every week that I do this, it seems to have either something happens or there's a reason why they always bring this subject, whatever it is. And I was being introduced to drumming this week, and music and tribal stuff. And I'm like, oh man, this is like, I can't even imagine what it would be like to sit in a circle of like African American drummers that know this shit and know the earth like so well, and the humming that must be when that's happening. I can't even imagine how amazing it is. But um just listening to it, I went on YouTube and I just listened,
Mm.
and I went outside and just listened to the drumming, and I mean, I could feel the humming
Mhm.
from the earth, you know. It was like this alive energy.
But
So-
imagine, Rita, if you were actually sitting in a drum circle, right? With
Yeah.
your feet on the ground and actually drumming, what that vibration would be for you at that level.
Yeah, I can't even imagine.
It's beautiful, and
Yeah.
try to find some place to do that.
Yeah, I mean, I would love to, because I like that kind of music anyway, the drumming.
Yeah.
So,
It's just archetypal, the whole thing.
archetypal, yeah,
Yeah.
it's beautiful.
Have you ever heard of Shinrin-yoku, the Japanese practice of forest bathing?
Oh, no.
My sister-in-law started that. She has been dedicated to the environment for over 35 years, working with businesses to help them become compliant, but not just that, how to save money and being, environmentally friendly. And she just retired, and she, in the last couple of years, got really interested in forest bathing, and she leads groups, people, veterans with PTSD, but a lot of other people are just so interested, and she takes them into the woods or the forest, and you're helps people, just be absorbed in the sounds and the smells and the nature. And she said, it moves a lot of people. I'm laughing, but it moves a lot of people to tears. And when she told my brother that, and that's, the guy she's married to, he goes, okay, I'm out.
Yeah. I would imagine
Yeah.
that it's
Yeah.
so soulful.
Yeah.
It's happy tears. It's not sad.
Oh yeah, but and it's like the more she does it, the more people are like reaching out and saying, "Hey, can I?" And she said it's funny. I mean, she does it because she loves it, but she said, I'm getting it's getting to be kind of stressful because so many people are clamoring for it. But I think we are all we all want that now.
Of course,
Yeah,
of course.
yeah,
We all, I mean,
yeah.
today was gorgeous.
Yes,
Right?
gorgeous.
I mean,
Yeah,
I could have walked forever,
yeah,
just to
beautiful.
be in Mother Nature. And
Yeah.
I feel like that too when it rains sometimes. Like
Yeah.
sometimes I just want, especially if it's warm out, I want to go out and just sit in the rain,
Yeah,
and let it hit me.
Yeah.
There's something cleansing about that.
yeah.
It's all Spirit is saying is let's be more mindful.
Mhm.
That's all. Let's be more mindful. it doesn't matter what it is. I don't care if you throw one bottle in the recycle bin a week.
Mm.
It's better than nothing, you
Mhm.
know? And if that's all you can do, that's all you can do, you
Mhm.
know? But you can thank her every day. That's something simple. You can
Mhm.
thank her for all the food and the water and the trees and the animals and all of that.
Mhm.
Just simple things. Nobody's asking, like Spirit's not asking you to go out and you know, forge
Mhm.
a thing that, you know, they know that we're going through a
Yeah.
lot of shit, but
Yeah.
by doing it, they're saying we will get support from it.
Yeah.
And that's the main thing. It's like, okay, you need support. You can have the support, but she
Mhm.
needs it too,
Mhm.
you know?
Mhm.
Okay. Any questions or comments or any? Yeah, Jay.
The difference, I was just wondering what the difference between honoring the animals versus the actual physical earth is, as far as when we try to honor, we try to water our stuff, we try to treat every living thing that we have our hands on with the most respect. Personally, I am a big wild animal feeder, and of which has not necessarily served me well, caused a lot of arguments with my neighbors and stuff. But that's, to me, how I so connect to,
Mhm.
like, you know, to nature. That's like,
Yeah.
you know, Mother Earth, but I put it under the whole umbrella of nature.
Yes.
And is it that Mother Earth feels good to have the animals treated better? Or
Oh,
is it
yes, it's one and the same.
one and the same?
It's
Okay.
one and the same, sure. Because between Spirit, Mother Earth, it's like everything is important. Everything is life, not
Mhm.
just humans. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So if you treat the person you love with respect and honor them and love them and cherish them,
Mhm.
Mother Earth is asking, and the animals are asking for the same thing because that's what they give us,
Mhm.
Right.
right? She sustained us for millions of years.
Right.
So, and the animals have too. And many of them a day give up their life for us,
Mhm.
all kinds of animals.
Mhm.
And there's nothing wrong with that. There's a pact that was made
Mhm.
for us. But you know, it's just they just thank them. That's all. Just be grateful that we have that. Don't take it for granted. That's what it is. Don't take it for granted. That's all.
Mhm.
So little things, you know, some people grow their vegetables in the backyard. Some people do hydroponics now,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
There are people do compost. Whatever it is,
Mhm.
you know,
Mhm.
can't do it all, but you can do something. That's all.
Mhm.
Everybody that does something, it adds up,
Mhm.
you know? Anybody else? Questions? So I was thinking, we haven't done a psychic thing in a while, meaning we
Mhm.
haven't done, what I'd like to do is bring you into a very short meditation next week. And then I would like to answer any questions you have, like just make like you made an appointment with me and you're having a reading. As long as you don't care that anybody else is on the line, we're good.
Mhm.
Bring your questions, bring your concerns, whatever they are.
Mhm.
But I'm going to bring you into the meditation because I want everybody to connect to each other's energy. And I want, if I'm going to answer, but somebody else may get a hit. And I want you guys to connect to each other to see what hit you get. We haven't done this in a long time, and Spirit's saying it's time to do it again.
Mhm.
So they already gave me what we're doing next week. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. So this week, your job, should you choose to take it, is to honor Mother Earth in whatever way you do, and bring your questions and your concerns for next week. Okay, and be ready, like be prepared to go into a mini meditation, and then boom, we start with questions, whatever that is.
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay.
I was just listening to see if there was anything else, but there really wasn't. Okay, so I need a recipe because I'm like, I don't know what to make anymore. Anybody got a good recipe for dinner?
Well, what do you like?
I like everything. I like everything. I can make, like, whatever you tell me, I can make it with whatever, you know, but does anybody have anything? Give me a chicken dish.
Mhm.
Give me a good chicken dish.
Mhm.
Anybody got a good one? Paul, go, baby.
You know, sometimes I make this, it's simple, just chicken with pasta and pesto. Like mix it
Oh,
all together.
you see now, Paul, you wouldn't believe that about an hour and a half ago, I said to the family, I'm craving pesto.
Oh,
Hour and a half ago.
yeah.
I gotta go get it tomorrow.
Mhm.
This
Yeah.
great place by me makes a good pesto. So you just did it, Paula. Thank you.
Okay.
You get 2 stars for the night.
Mhm.
Do you use parchment paper?
Yes.
I rep salmon and asparagus and seasoning and a little bit of lemon.
Mhm.
I love roasting everything
Me
or
too.
parchment paper because it's an easy cleanup.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But I mean, things like that they're just so delightful because I do everything organic, but
Yeah. Me too.
they're simple, they're delicious, they're fresh. Can't
Cool.
beat
Mhm.
Awesome. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I started to have one of the girls by me. She's a chef. Jinny, you know her because she came to your house, Jules.
Mm-hmm.
She does these great gluten-free muffins. So I really thought I could last like a week without them. And then I called her today and I'm like, can you have the muffins for me for tomorrow? Like I just couldn't last. All right, I'm gonna try the pesto tomorrow. I already made pasta for tonight, so I could throw it all in there. And also the salmon would be good with that.
Mhm.
Mix
Mhm.
the salmon in with the pasta.
Mhm.
With pesto?
The pesto, absolutely.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, Jay. You gotta try it.
Is gluten bad for you?
Me, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I get this great quinoa pasta. So it's got quinoa, it's got brown rice and white rice mixed in with it.
What about chickpea pasta? That's what I have.
I
No?
can't do the
Can't
beans.
do it? Oh,
I
mhm.
can't do the beans. I try so hard because I
Mhm.
love them.
Yeah,
They just upset my stomach.
but quinoa pasta.
It was great.
Okay, okay.
I love it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's you wouldn't know, like you throw sauce on it, you would never know the
No.
difference, you know what I mean?
No.
Unless you were in Italy, then you would know.
Mhm. Yeah.
But then I could eat it.
Mhm. Because they're different over there.
That's
No gluten.
No
No
gluten.
gluten.
yeah. And whatever it is, it's not processed, even if it did have some gluten in it.
Yeah,
It's very little and it's not processed.
yeah,
So, because we did it, we ate it and I was fine.
yeah.
Hmm.
Oh, I wanted to tell you guys, I found this ice cream that alls it is, what the fuck is the name? Alls it is, I don't know if you've ever heard of it. Hold on. It's got like egg yolk. No, it's got an egg yolk in it. It's milk, cream, egg. Anybody ever hear of this? I can't think of the name of it right now. Hold on.
It's not Jenny's, is it?
No.
No.
It sounds more custard.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm going to taste it in a minute. Okay, here it is. It's called Bears, Bears, raw. Hold on. Ice cream for bears, it's called, sweetened with raw honey. Nobody ever heard of this?
No?
I don't know if you could see this.
Is
Can
it
you
good
see?
for you?
That's what they say. Can you see that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I went and I got it in Organica today. This is, for those of you who don't live by me, this is a really like, I wish I could, so here's what it has in it. I was gonna say, I wish I could buy shares in this fucking place because it
Mm.
only makes $1 million. Milk,
Yeah.
cream, raw honey, skim milk, egg yolk, vanilla extract. That's it.
Mhm.
Wow.
Mhm.
That is it.
Mhm.
And they have different flavors. And listen, it's no joke. It's like, it's 300 calories a serving.
Mhm.
But I always try and find something that I might enjoy that's not so fucking bad for you. Because even those like coconut milk ones or
Yeah.
almond milk, it's got so much like carrageenan and
Yeah.
gherkins and shit in it. And I'm
Yeah.
like, just give me something natural. Breyers used to be like, when we were kids, Breyers was like the ice cream of the century. It was like
Mhm.
Yeah.
supposedly the best ice cream for you.
Mhm.
Well, most, I don't know. But anyway, I'm just talking here.
Yeah.
Just felt like talking about
Rita,
what?
you should have tried it while we're all on.
Want
Yeah.
me to get it?
Yeah, go try it so we know if you like it.
Yeah.
Hold on. Don't go anywhere.
Okay.
Hang on.
She's a hoot.
She's the best person ever.
It's funny, I thought about her last night. I was sitting there just really consulting the tarot cards and everything else to give me a clue.
Mhm.
Thought about her. I thought, I need Rita.
Yeah.
Oh.
What is your sign? What's your astrological sign?
Sun in Aquarius, moon in Pisces, ascendant in Gemini.
Oh, Aquarius, huh? Yeah, I'm Gemini and yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
It's grass-fed
Mhm.
and it's regenerative, which I don't know what that means. This is vanilla bean.
Okay.
Okay.
You're gonna taste it now.
Look, it fell right on the
Oh my God.
fucking thing.
Mhm.
Oh, well, I can't.
Is it good?
Mm.
Cold?
Yeah, but I like that.
Mm.
All right. All they need is like a piece of apple pie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it.
Mm.
You don't even have to like wait for it to defrost because it's all like natural.
Creamy.
Yeah.
So it's already, you can eat it like that.
Is that a quart or a pint?
Let me see.
Looks like a pint, but
14 ounces.
mm.
How many servings is that supposed to be?
Mm.
I bet it's 6.
2.5.
Yeah.
Oh,
All right. The whole container is 710 calories.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's not bad.
much better than Haagen-Dazs.
Yeah, Haagen-Dazs is like over 1,000, right?
Yeah, 1,800 in some of them.
Oh my God.
2/3 of a cup is a serving.
Mhm.
It's
That's not
200
bad either.
Mhm.
2/3 of a cup. Are you kidding me? I mean,
I never
I
had,
I cannot, no, that's why I don't buy it.
I know, because I end up eating the whole
I-
thing.
Same.
Scrumptious.
All
How
right.
many carbs?
24.
Uh,
I mean, listen,
All right. So
3
you,
scoops is enough for me.
Mhm.
I don't even need more than that.
Mhm.
It's healthy, not diet, is what it is, which is
It's
good.
healthy.
Yeah,
right.
yeah,
Exactly.
right.
So I always like to share things that I find that are good for you. So that, who knows, somebody else may be able to eat it. Now, listen, I don't eat dairy. But if I was in the mood for this,
Mhm.
if I was in the mood for ice cream, then I can live with it.
So how do you drink your coffee
I don't drink coffee.
at all? Wow.
No, I don't drink coffee. So, but I would throw this in it if I did.
She's naturally energetic. She doesn't
This-
need any
This will be
caffeine.
my creamer if I start to drink coffee.
so you can find out where they are on this map on their little thingy here.
Oh yeah, they're in Whole Foods.
They're not in my Whole Foods.
They're not?
No, they're in, the closest they are is in Norfolk or in Fredericksburg, which is an hour and a half. Hour and a half.
Fuck. You want me to mail you one?
Guys, I'm not. Whole Foods is off my list now.
Well,
Because of certain people?
Yeah.
Mm.
yeah, like grass-fed, gently pasteurized, humanely raised on regenerative farms. I mean, it's got egg yolk in it. I don't know, but it's fucking good.
On mine, you could DoorDash it.
Hmm,
See what I'm saying?
dangerous.
Yeah.
You have to leave this in the notes just in case, but I can't have anything for a month. I've just got to go on a massive healthy diet.
Okay.
No more talk of ice cream.
Who's getting off? Lynn? You bum. Okay.
I gotta hop. I got an early morning tomorrow.
Go, girl. We're
I gotta
getting off now
travel.
anyway. Don't worry.
I'll see you guys next week.
All right. Love you.
Have a
Yeah.
great night. Love you too. Enjoy the ice cream. I'm gonna get that for my dad too.
Stuff.
Yeah.
All right, guys. You're gonna have a great week.
Thank
Yes,
you.
we are.
Bring your
Thank
questions next
you.
week, and I love you. Love you madly.
Love you.